Oh man, dude, this pay-per-view was crack for my soul and I absolutely need more, man. Why did this have to end? So this is going to be a different format than what I usually do after pay-per-views. Usually I go through the entire card and talk about what happened during those matches and rate every single match, but today I just can't do that, man, because we'd be here for 2+ hours. I'd rather just say what I genuinely feel instead of running through the card and just saying whatever happened, even though you've probably already seen what happened. That's why you're watching the video. I can't just go through this entire card and still just put into words what this wrestling show felt like while watching it. Like, you would have to experience this yourself. If you for some reason have not watched this show, find a way, sail the high seas if you need to, dude, because that's how desperate you need to get to watch this show. Just one time, bro, you gotta watch this, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything. This is one of the, if not the best pay-per-view top to bottom I have ever seen, and I think it almost blows everything out. That is not me trying to glaze, even though if I said the opposite it would just be me being a hater. So there's just no winning here either way, so I just don't care at this point. But this was absolutely just bonkers from top to bottom. You thought you would get one match that would be like, okay, this is gonna be like the break match where people can just get up and go to the bathroom, and you know, it'll be a fun, you know, little funny 2-star match here and there, you know. But nope, they didn't. Not one match was below a 3-star that I have, but not even one match that I have was 3.5 or 3.75 stars. There was one 3-star match and the rest were 4 stars or higher, bro. That is how good this pay-per-view freaking was. There are 9 matches on the main card, and genuinely you can argue for about 5 of these matches to be 5-star classics. This is how good this pay-per-view was. There was no slowing down. You open up the show with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus FTR in that I Quit match, and my goodness, they set the tone for the entire night, man. And it's funny because after this match they gave us Okada versus Takeshita, and we're like, okay, how are you gonna top that the first match we just saw? I have one 5-star match on this list, and this one was it, because these two's chemistry is just like, bro, these two's chemistry is just off the charts, and every time they have stepped in the ring it's just been a banger. But this was their, you know, this was a 5-star match, man. You have to go back and see this. Everything they do is just so coordinated. It felt like every move had a purpose, and every move had an impact in some type of way that might have played later on into the match. Just a really good, classic, a 5-star classic, just straight up just wrestling match, bro. These two just went at it in the ring, man. The only 3-star match that I have on this card was Athena versus Mina Shirakawa. I'm very white. I don't know if I am pronouncing her name right. That is the only 3-star match I have on this card, but yet this match was still just a really good match. In my 3-star match, there's nothing really to complain about there. So it's a 3-star match, man. Like, it's not bad. It's just there, you know. And that's the only 3-star match that we got during the show. The rest were better. I don't understand how you do it. Like, bro, I need to see a doctor after this. I might be going a little bit crazy. I don't know if there's any return. And then you had Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. You know, every time these two have stepped in the ring, it's just been banger after banger. They delivered another banger. You want to talk about wrestling? I mentioned wrestling with Okada and Takeshita. These two, like, literally, they were doing graps, bro. Like, this was some college type wrestling here, bro. They went after each other, went after the ligaments. The fans appreciated the technical style of wrestling that they provided. It was a lot more different than the rest of the entire card. This match stood out a lot because the style these two decided to wrestle, and it was just so good, man. And then Will Ospreay versus Samoa Joe, another freaking really good match. I rated the Moxley and O'Reilly match of 4.25 stars out of 5 stars, and that is one of the matches that you could argue to be a 5-star match. And same with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus FTR. I don't know if I said the rating. My mind's all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. I just saw a freaking banger after banger. I'm actually losing my mind. I need to do something. But yeah, the first match I rated 4.25 stars out of 5, which again, you can argue if that's a 5-star match as well. And then the next match, Okada versus Takeshita, I rated 5 stars. You can argue that was 5 stars. And then if you skip the Mina and Athena match, you go to Moxley and O'Reilly. I rated that 4.25 stars out of 5 stars, which again, you can argue was a 5-star match. Do you understand? Like, what are we doing here? It's just insane wrestling across the board. And then Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay, I rated 4 stars. They went absolutely bonkers. We saw the story progression of Will Ospreay. You know, the old Will Ospreay would, you know, see like that Joe is hurt and stuff, and, you know, take a step back or kind of slow down a little bit so he doesn't, you know, try to injure someone. Because I think I forgot who it was. My mind is fried, bro. My memory sucks, but he injured somebody before, or like kayfabe injured somebody, and that kind of affected him, and it's affected him still up to this point. So there's some storytelling in there. But in this match, Will Ospreay just didn't care. He's training with the Death Riders. He just went full force at Samoa Joe. Even during Samoa Joe's entrance, Will Ospreay just came out of nowhere off the freaking ropes like a monkey and just hit him with the, I forgot what the move was called. You're gonna have to watch. I know I'm a casual. I'm sorry, y'all. Please don't boo at me. My goodness. But yeah, Will Ospreay went full force. Didn't care about what Samoa Joe was feeling. He hit him with devastating running blades, and, you know, one to the back of the head to, you know, knock Joe out and get the win here. I really like where this story is going. A more vicious Will Ospreay, and I'm guessing it's gonna get even more vicious leading into All In. Yeah, I think he's gonna 100% win the men's Owen Hart Cup and go on to All In Wembley in the main event against we're gonna see who against. You probably already know, so I don't know why I'm hiding it from you. You should ask me. I don't know why I'm asking you. But yeah, I think it's inevitable at All In. It's going to be his moment deservingly, and, you know, I just hope he stays healthy, and, you know, that this story continues and is quality to what an All In show should be leading into it. I don't know if that even made sense. But yeah, Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay, I gave 4 stars. I think it'd be a little harder to argue for that one being 5 stars. I just didn't see how I would bump it up any more than what am I doing, bro? Bump it up any more than 4 stars. I just don't. I just couldn't do it for that one. Still a really good match though. Then Bandito versus Swerve Strickland. I enjoyed this match a lot more than other people did, apparently, you know, checking at ratings and stuff. I rated this match a 4.5 stars out of 5 stars. You can argue this one to be a 5-star match as well. It's just, I'm telling you, if you have not seen this show, go buy it somewhere, go do something. You have to see the show at least once in your life, bro. You're missing just so much here. Call me a glaze. I will hop on it all day long. You deliver me this quality of wrestling, I'm doing whatever you say, bro. I'm doing it. Bandito versus Swerve Strickland though, another Owen Hart Cup match here, and just a really good match, man. You can argue 5 stars. Like I said, they just were solid. There was this one move, bro. I didn't even know Swerve Strickland was capable of doing something like this. Bandito lifted Swerve Strickland up and balanced on Bandito, and Swerve Strickland balanced on Bandito's shoulders and just gave him a kick right to the noggin, bro, and then went for the swerve stomp. And yeah, no, that wasn't the end of the match, but I feel like that could have been the end of the match. It would have been really cool if that was the end of it, but that was an insane move. I didn't know Swerve Strickland was capable of the balance like that. I didn't know your game, man. My bad. And Bandito for holding him, man. He looks a lot like he what am I trying to say here? Hold on. Bandito is stronger than he looks. Like he's more of a smaller guy in the ring, but, you know, that don't make that fool you. That guy is jacked, bro. I don't know how he, you know, does that and then freaking lifts one arm back. Yeah, bro. I don't want to fight you, man. And then we move on to the women's 4-way. Hikaru Shida versus Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander versus Tekla. Really, all all former world champions, and then you obviously have the champion Tekla here. Just another really good match. I rated this 4 stars out of 5 stars. I felt like the ending was a little like bit awkward. I don't know, it might just be me, but it kind of just ended like Chris Statlander was just laid in the ring, and then Tekla went for her finisher. It wasn't really like this dramatic finish or anything. I mean, I guess I'm kind of hating. I guess not every match needs a dramatic finish, but like I just felt like the ending was just so anticlimactic. But I gave this match a 4 stars out of 5. This was just another really good match, man. Do you guys see the pattern here? It's just really good wrestling across the board, but I feel like what makes the quality in here a lot better is the storytelling leading into these matches, because damn near every match on this card had a reason to be on this card, and these people had some sort of beef that, you know, I was interested in and a lot of other people were interested in. I feel like that's why the crowd was just so hot throughout this entire match, is because they genuinely cared about these wrestlers in the ring and the story that was happening in front of their eyes and what the result was going to be, because that's what happens when you build up really good stories. That's one critique I've had with AEW. It's not a critique I've had recently, like they've done a lot better, but like before Double or Nothing 2025, ironically Double or Nothing 2025, I've had that critique because sometimes it just felt like either there was a story, like I'm not saying there were no stories, like some people say there were stories, but it was just stories that I just didn't really care for, or they just built it in a way where it either felt awkward or I genuinely just forgot the next day what happened. But last year Double or Nothing I felt like was the start of a new era building into it, because there were genuinely good stories that were being told. I felt like they broke away from that narrative of they have no stories whatsoever at last year's Double or Nothing, and I felt like after that show they were on this upwards trajectory, and I feel like now we're done with Double or Nothing 2026. I feel like now we're gonna be on another upwards trajectory just because of how good the build was for the show and how good this show actually was itself. I feel like people are gonna see clips online and things like that, and they're gonna be like, okay, let me just check what this is about. I don't know if that will happen, but you know, when you put on a show like this, I feel like something's going to happen, but I'm not a business analyst or anything like that, so I don't know. This Stadium Stampede match, dude, like that was insane as well. It was actually like it wasn't as insane as the other Stadium Stampede matches, which is a lot to say because I rated this 4.75 stars out of 5 stars, and it wasn't as insane as the other Stadium Stampede matches. And one of the reasons why it wasn't as insane is because usually with these matches you like to see people bleeding and stuff like that, but apparently with this stadium, or I think it might just be all of New York, I'm not too sure, it might just be the stadium, someone can fact check me on that, but you're not allowed to bleed at all, so that's why we never really saw blood. I don't know why that is. I guess, you know, diseases and all this crap, this stupid crap. No, who cares about diseases and CTE? We're men here. What are you talking about? But yeah, no blood could be shown, even though throughout this entire card people were accidentally bleeding. Like I don't know how they would feel. I mean, it wasn't a lot though, so I don't feel like they should trip over that. But this was still a freaking really good match, man. Even though it didn't live up to other Stadium Stampedes, I feel like still damn near a 5-star match, bro. And that's saying something, you know. There was one spot, Jack Perry. Oh my goodness, I forgot if it was Jack Perry or Luchasaurus, but there was I think it's the Jungle Express or whatever it's called. But this bus just tries to kill Mark Davis and slams into a golf cart and then another car behind that golf cart or to the side of that golf cart, and commentary thought Mark Davis was still in there, and I wasn't fully paying attention, so I'm like, did they just kill Mark Davis off the television forever? Is that the last we're gonna see of this man? Because I was looking at my phone because I genuinely didn't think this was gonna happen, and I was texting someone, and then I looked up, and then commentary thought Mark Davis was still in there as I see the express ramming into the golf cart in the car. I thought they killed Mark Davis, bro. But yeah, this is just what I'm saying. It's just another really good match. And then Darby Allin versus MJF, the most excited match I was for this entire card. Oh my goodness, I was, they did a really good job going into this match with the entrances and stuff, of me thinking Darby Allin was going to pull this one off somehow, because they had the table, the clippers, and the chair just right there. They were basically just dangling it in front of our face that, oh, there's a possibility MJF is going to go bald here. So I thought, I fell for it, man. I really thought MJF was going to lose this somehow and he was going to go bald, but they tricked me because MJF won the damn match, man. And my goodness, 4.5 stars out of 5 stars is what I rated this match. And again, you can argue this was a 5-star match for the main event. Dude, I really like when I'm wrong about the result of the match. I thought Darby Allin was going, I was about 60-40 that Darby was going to win heading into this match, because they were just teasing the Clippers too much. I thought they wouldn't tease MJF going bald that much and then not do it, but they did it, and they tricked me, and I really love it, because I was shocked when they counted that 3. I did not expect MJF to win the match. I might be in the minority there, but I was shocked. And then Kevin Knight came out to try to help Darby Allin, because MJF was about to attack Darby Allin, and then Kevin Knight, while Darby Allin was strapped to the stretcher, does his like frog splash, I think it's called the UFO splash, to Darby Allin, and now Kevin Knight is a heel. What was his motive or why? We're gonna find out eventually, but in him and Speedball, what's the thing there? We're gonna find out eventually. I saw people complaining online about this decision, and it's like, you don't know why or where it's going, so I don't know why you're complaining about this. I mean, they're trying to build a new star here and you're complaining about that. I mean, I might be tripping, man. I don't know. But like I'm saying, this entire card was just full of no one slowed down. No one had a match where it was like, okay, gloss over this match. Not even the 3-star Athena versus Mina match. You can go back and watch that and have a really freaking good time. You can't gloss over that one either, bro. Like, so much in this card. It's just, you gotta watch everything, man. You gotta watch the pay-per-view from top to bottom, everything in the middle, all of it, man, or you're gonna miss something. Like, this is a pay-per-view, man. This is worth your money. I'm gonna go through the entire star rating. 4.25 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars, 4.25 stars, 4 stars, 4.5 stars, 4 stars, 4.75 stars, 4.5 stars. This is a generational pay-per-view, bro, and I'm not gonna act like it's different, bro. I don't care about some of you people who say, oh, it's just flippy indie guys. It's just, you can hate all you want, bro, but everybody in agreement that I have seen has rated this entire show 4.5 stars or higher, man. It is, this show, you gotta watch it, man. If you have never seen an AEW pay-per-view or an AEW show, find a way to watch this one. You will not be disappointed. You will have the most fun you have ever had watching a show. I can't guarantee that, but it'll be top 3, bro. It's just so fun. This is top 3 pay-per-views of all time for me. If not, this might squeak top 2, maybe. Like, I just can't think of anything I've seen top to bottom that has been more consistently better than this show as a whole. I can't think of it. I'm not trying to glaze it. Listen, it sounds like I am taking it down deep right now. I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm just telling you how I feel. In like, when I see something insane and really good, I'm gonna point it out. Just like if I see something really bad and something that doesn't make sense or something I really don't like, I'm gonna point that out as well. It's not just a love kissing party over here, man. But yeah, this is, I don't know how you're ever gonna top this pay-per-view. I say that all the time, and then they somehow do. If it's one thing AEW can always fall back on, whether they're doing good or bad, it's the pay-per-views, man. It's their bread and butter. That's why people, no matter how people think of the company in that time, people still show up to the pay-per-views, man, because they know they're going to get something walking out of there that they probably won't forget. And top to bottom, there's something in each of these matches you just won't forget for a long time, man. And shout out to the performance. They just went out there and put everything on the line, man. This pay-per-view was just, I can't put into words what this pay-per-view was. Like, eventually I'll think of a title and, you know, something will pop in my mind, but, you know, right now I just can't think. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any recommendations of what types of videos I should do next, please leave that down in the comments below. And also tell me what you think about this pay-per-view as well. If I'm overreacting, if I'm stupid, if you want to marry me, please comment that down in the comments below. Please type that one. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. God bless, and I'm out.